This is a demonstration on creating the first optical illusion. So what you will need is a piece of paper. This is the paper that is hole punched. It's plain, no lines or anything. Now you can use a ruler to measure out your halfways. The other way is just by folding your paper. So what I want to do is I want to divide my paper into 4 equal sections because we're going to be learning 4 different optical illusions as a class. But you can also research more on your own if you feel obligated to. Okay, so I have 4 sections. I'm going to focus on one section today. This is going to be an organic optical illusion. Okay, to start I'm going to draw just a curved line, and I used pencil to draw that line. Now, I like to have irregularity, but if you wanted to have it be straight, you can do that too. It's really kind of up to you, but I would draw it in pencil. Now I'm going to switch to Sharpie so you can see it better what I'm doing. You can switch to Sharpie if you want. This is an ultra fine point, but if you want to stick with pencil, then go ahead and do that. You are taking a risk whenever you draw things in Sharpie because you can't erase them later. So what I'm going to do now is draw these semicircles on this line. And I'm making them all different sizes. This one doesn't quite fit in. I'm just going to stop it there. Next thing I'm going to do is rotate my paper. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side of the line. So now I'm making circles, but don't worry if they're not perfect. For instance, that's not perfect. That's okay. Alright, so now I have kind of a row of bubbles. That's kind of what it looks like. I have erased my guideline because that isn't important anymore. I don't need it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding more of these half circles on top. And I'm going to start on one side. I'm going to work my way all the way over. Now, the one thing that I want you to do is make those big bubbles kind of like bullies. And they're going to eventually squeeze out the little bubbles. I know we don't like bullies in real life, but in this case it'll make our design more interesting. So if you notice this, I'm trying to spread out a little bit, and those are going to squeeze that little guy out. So I'm going to keep going until I have filled the entire top half of my rectangle. Now I go a little bit fast. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause this video, kind of get caught up, and then continue on with the video. So if you look, these guys were a bully and squeezed out that little guy. This one is just about squeezed out, and that actually gives it more of an optical illusion. Makes it a little bit more effective, more obvious to the eye. Now, just because these things are already at the top doesn't mean I'm going to just stop drawing. I need to fill this top part of my rectangle completely. So I'm going to just go off the page and then come back on the page to fill that. Alright, so that is the top part. Now you may need a pause and then start again. But I'm going to continue on. I'm rotating my paper. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing on this side that I just did. Okay, so I have filled this section completely, just like I did the other section. I'm going to rotate it, put it right side. So that is the first optical illusion. So because we have lines kind of curving and getting close together, we have created the illusion that we have kind of these bumps or these hills or these kind of like bulges coming out. Try it.